I want to talk today a little bit about the concept of, meme or symbol appropriation. Recently, we have engaged in and seen a lot of debate on, particularly on Facebook, where things like the Pepe meme are reemerging. There's also the clown world thing that is becoming a popular sort of dog whistle. And it seems like a lot of folks are just generally under or completely uninformed about this process and how it works and how common it is. And so, real fast, we just wanted to talk about the basic idea of what it is, what to look out for, and then how to deal with it. So, the idea in its most basic form is that racists, bigots, Nazis, bad ideologies in general will always default to appropriating a common symbol that is already established and then using it for their own means. And the reason is really simple. It's much harder to make something up that's completely new, that no one has seen, and then infuse it with the evil ideology of your choice, whatever bigotry happens to be the flavor, and also make it popular, usable, recognizable. You have to do all that work yourself. It's so much easier just to take a pre-made green frog, an OK symbol, whatever the case is, and reuse it and add this additional layer because number one, it reduces your work, it reduces your creative input, it takes less resources in general to make this thing happen. And number two, it puts you in a position where you can trick otherwise stupid people that are mostly harmless into actually standing up and defending the racism itself. Now this has been done to differing levels of success all throughout history. But for whatever reason, it's become vogue now to sort of try and argue that that's not a thing that happens. So when you see somebody that's doing this, it's clown world honk honk, they're racist because we've already identified that this is the current target of racists and bigots for appropriation, and so it's a casualty. Unfortunately, this is something that can happen to symbols, and it's not easy to undo what can so easily be done through the methods of their bigoted rhetoric. Do you want to throw anything in on this, Mike?
I mean, my first thought was basically just going back to our original debate we had with this person, in that this appropriation is insidious, as you said. It's not always so obvious. It requires a certain degree of awareness, but ultimately, that knee-jerk reaction needs to be, if you're sitting there and you're thinking like, "Is this racist?" I would assume it is, and then wait until later to find out, because then you could just end up being the racist guy sitting there going, "No, no, it's totally okay," and I want to shy away from that.
Yeah, I think it's important to recognize that the thing that is not happening is this idea that there would be a fictitious liberal who would arbitrarily just select a cultural symbol that people like and then, well, I'm just going to say this is racist now. That's not occurring. It just isn't. And that's the only premise that makes any sense for an otherwise totally not racist, completely normal person. Although I would probably like to go back in time and not use the word normal. But a non-racist, sort of generally unbigoted individual, the only reason they would defend a symbol like that is if it was totally inert. Or if there was a bad faith campaign against the symbol from evil liberals who want to, I don't know, besmirch the good name of the OK symbol. And that just isn't occurring. And so don't be a fool and defend a symbol that doesn't really matter. to you as an individual. The OK symbol really is not. This is not a super important identifier for our culture or something that needs to be defended. If people are saying it's racist, it's probably because racist people are using it.
So, final comment. Pardon me. My final comment would have to be that symbols, like words, are power. It unifies people. It drives people. There's a reason we seek out these things and try to defend them, because it's kind of tribalism in a way. I think it's worth standing up and saying it's not okay to subvert these things, and it's definitely therefore worth giving up that ground and saying, oh yeah, it might be racist, then I should probably stop doing it.